the new technical advances that we've been putting together through this quarantine, man.
Yeah, quarantine sucks, but we're gonna get through it, man. But anyways, yeah, Cap. Just to recap what we were talking about, man, is you've been mad consistent, but something that that's you hold dear is the writing process, bro. Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved the writing process. Now I get to do it a lot differently than I used to. Most everything that I do now is written in the studio while the producer's making the beat. So like we get to build everything from the ground up, kind of like how a band would work, and like
Mm.
that's kind of really improved the songwriting process because we can both step in with an idea and kind of be like, oh, I want it to go this direction. What would you hear here? And it becomes a actual songwriting process instead of just sitting down and rapping to a beat that anyone could have made, or you can finding certain pockets and pulling things away and really discovering where you want to like invoke certain emotion, or you can really take things as far as you want them once you strip them down to like certain elements. So it's pretty cool to like start at the production level and then build up from there. I don't know if that answered your question, but
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, well, it always seemed like you put your
I'd
stuff
be high and
together
shit.
at like as a
Yeah.
producer, anyways. Because you've always it seems like you've had a heavy hand anyways in the production of all your songs, so it's only right that you create it from the ground up with the musicians,
Yeah.
you know.
You work pretty
I was.
closely with like two, three producers, and what were you saying?
Oh
Oh,
no, go ahead. I'll wait until you're done.
we just got a slight delay, I think, on Cap. That's okay. Keep going, Cap. Whatever you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying I only work with like two, three producers, so it's pretty easy to like work very close with somebody. I don't think I
I,
was saying anything. It might have just sounded like I was talking. I might have just been agreeing with you.
I was curious how you ended up linking up with optics. What's the story behind that?
That's crazy. So this was probably like 2005, 2006. I've known Optics for well over a decade. And I used to live in Orlando. Orlando has a audio engineering school called Full Sail. And I was in a group with a kid who was going the Full Sail at the time, and I remember like he came home from school or from work or whatever it was, and like, yo, 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 like, you gotta hear this kid's beats. Like, and like at the time it was like MySpace, like when people had like just five of their like topics, and like it was just like this picture of like this like white kid with glasses on, and just like like parts like sample flips you've ever heard, and like it was just like nuts, and it was like kind of this like mystique around this kid for a little bit. And I remember like at the time, like dude who like had get him to work, it's like, these homie, he's probably a cool dude, you said he just moved here. And like I think like we ended up linking up with him like a week later, and like just went out, got like drunk, and like didn't even work on music until a week or two after that. But I mean, I've been there for like the birth of like one of his kids, and like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Like I've known him for a long time. But yeah, short story long, he came to go to Full Sail Audio Engineering School, and he was the high studies class, and we ended up just getting to know each other. I never went to Full Sail, but I lived in Orlando, and he was the kid worked then, and he still really is. He's like a very slept on producer, an insane man.
Shout out optics, man. Would you say that being in Miami influenced your style, or do you think it was more the artists that you listened to that gave you that kind of like really cutting, piercing vibe that you have?
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't hear the beginning part of it. It was cutting out a little bit.
No worries. I was saying, do you think that growing up or being in that Florida area during that time is more what influenced you, or do you think it was more the artists that you listened to, and where they came from?
I think it was Florida in general. Was like just place, watch the news. You can't help but be around like weird shit. So like you will be influenced by your surroundings. It's gonna happen. Florida's just a weird place to like. Yes, your surroundings are going to influence you regardless. And then great music comes out of there. Like, like Marilyn Manson is from Florida, so it's Rick Ross. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like so is Jim Morrison. There's just like, there's so much talent, like when it comes to that. And like, I was always obsessed with artists that were from Florida, from like Tom Petty, like I them off. It's just insane if you really look in the history, and like, we've just there's something in the water. We're just really, really dope. And like, it took a long time for people to catch on to Florida shit. But I feel like now it's like, we're at the forefront of a lot of things. So.
Hey, yeah, hell yeah. And you know what else?
Yeah, you can't not be influenced by it.
I think we lost something.
He's there. It's just a slight delay.
Okay, got you. We're dealing with this little delay here, Kap.
Really?
Let's go. Hey, I wanted to ask, man, maybe it is something in the water or whatnot, but like it's kind of crazy how you I don't know if it's something you develop as a friendship first or what, but I've noticed like a whole bunch of the people you work with, they're just like really talented, and some of the people like I've never heard of until like, because I've bumped like all your last albums, you know what I mean? But like I hear about these artists, and I don't know if you have an ear for it, you're just in the studio at the time. What is it, man? Because it's like you're around a lot of talented people, and I know that's by choice. Okay, I think we lost his feed real quick. We'll catch up back right now. Danny, you can hear me.
We have another. I can hear you. You sound great.
Okay.
Do we have another video of Kaps that we were gonna play?
Yeah, we'll probably play that right now. We'll play a video real quick, and we'll come right back. Let's get him back in the feed. All right, we'll be right back.
Awesome.
If I put a gun up to your brain and pull the trigger, would it cause you pain or would it paint a pretty picture? Coffee cups of liquor, backwards over swishers. Just do what you gotta do to get where you go quicker. That exotic 30 pack, 30 pack. What you know about it? 30 pack, 30 pack. Give you half, I gave you 30 back. 30 back, paint a picture with this 30 pack. Every color in this motherfucker going black.
30 pack of deals, I'm about to paint a picture. 30 grams up on the scale, we gon' need more swishers. Met a bad bitch on the L, say she like my dimples. Told her hit my Instagram, baby, go like a picture. I need another shot, this crown ain't really what I'm used to. I need another shot of something strong enough to kill you. I'm on some other shit, I'm sorry if you got the picture. But why the fuck you in my face if you saw me getting pissed off? Probably shouldn't have been standing right in front of me when I had enough of the BS. Sick of everyone, even myself, to the point where I built me a nest in my own mind through these pins in my bed. Drinking all night, smoking all day, back to back to back to back to back to back. Losing my mind to paint a picture with this 30 pack.
I get so lost in here that I disappear, and all that's left of me are what I want you to hear.
If I put a gun up to your brain and pull the trigger, would it cause you pain or would it paint a pretty picture? Coffee cups of liquor, backwards over swishers. Just do what you gotta do to get get where you go quicker. That exotic 30 pack, 30 pack. What you know about it? 30 pack, 30 pack. Give you half, I gave you 30 back. Yeah, 30 back. Paint a picture with this 30 pack. Every color in this motherfucker going 30 pack all in your face. That ain't a mark you erase. Her body covered in paint. We sippin' liquor, no chaser. I'll take you places that no one does. I'll paint a picture of Florida. Take you to hell, but you fall in love. Tried every drug, but it's not enough. My people living a fast life. Patience as thin as a glass pipe. We don't know how to relax right. Keep getting flashes of past lives. I'm dreaming too vivid. Tell me how you living. See me revolting, they say it's adulting. Now tell me who you kidding.
Yeah, if you took Picasso's paint and mixed it with some Claude Monet, packed it down a barrel, it might leave you with an awful taste. You don't know how long it takes to come up off the wall like paste. Spackle insecurities.
Would've paint a pretty picture. Coffee cups and liquor. Backwards over swishers. Just yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. If I put a gun up to your brain and pull the trigger, would it cause you pain or would it paint a pretty picture? Coffee cups and liquor, backwards over swishers. Just do what you gotta do to get where you go quicker. That exotic 30 pack, 30 pack. What you know about it? 30 pack, 30 pack. Give you half, I gave you 30 back. 30 back, paint a picture with this 30 pack. Every color in this motherfucker going black.
30 pack of deals, I'm about to paint a picture. 30 grams up on the scale, we gon' need more swishers. Met a bad bitch on the L, say she like my dimples. Told her hit my Instagram, baby, go like a picture. I need another shot, this crown ain't really what I'm used to. I need another shot of something strong enough to kill you. I'm on some other shit, I'm sorry if you got the picture. But why the fuck you in my face if you saw me getting pissed off? Probably shouldn't have been standing right in front of me when I had enough of the BS, sick of everyone.
All right, man. We're back in here. Kap Kallous in the building, man. Entertainer extraordinaire right here. And that's what kind of we were talking about, bro, is that what I've noticed about yourself is that like all the last albums that I've heard of yours, you always have a lot of other talented people, artists on there with you. Is that something do you how do you find these artists? Is it just being in the right spot at the right time, or do you like literally you find talent? Because it's you always have some talented people that I don't hear a lot of the times till I hear your albums, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoy being the glue for a lot of like dope people. You know, like I don't even necessarily, there's a lot of stuff that I try to connect that I'm not even necessarily on. You know what I mean? Or I might be on the first joint and then like these people can finally go work and do their own shit now that I've introduced y'all. But yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite things and always has been is just finding dope new artists. And now that, you know, I make music as well, I'm not like a little kid. I find new dope artists and usually work with them and try to introduce them to people who are kind of like-minded individuals. I'm sure it would be the same kind of thing if you were a philosopher, or, you know, you played chess, or, you know, you would look for someone who's dope, you know, like you'd be in the park looking for someone like, you gotta play my friend. Like he's got the, like you guys have a crazy technique, or, you know what I mean? Like you want to mesh everything together, and like alchemy of it, of just like seeing what happens and shaking up the chemistry set. It's cool to find like, you know, crazy people that not everybody has heard, because then you can make stuff that doesn't sound like anything that's out. You know, it's not really people who have been influenced yet. I like people like that.
It kind of reminds me of your logo for the Bury Me album and also the Lonely Heart album. Both of those are locks, right? Or some sort of a lock. Like the Bury Me is a tombstone with a keyhole, and the shovel is the key, right? And then the Lonely Heart one is a heart with the keyhole going through the center. So it's kind of like you unlock this perhaps, and, you know, present it to other people, and, you know, give them an opportunity to kind of peer inside and see how much deeper that person goes, so to speak. It's pretty dope. How did you come up with those logos? Or are they, do you have locks?
I mean,
do you have a lock fetish? Sorry.
women I've dated do. But I don't really have a lock fetish. Um, a lot of that design, all of my design is good friend Teflon Sean, who's just an incredible girl, from painting to graffiti, cartoon. We do is just like an ill collaboration. Killer. One more time.
Oh man, I dig it. That's what's up.
Hey, even with the visuals, Cap, we've talked about it before, bro, but you're like you're a director,
This is like
bro.
an interview gauntlet.
Hey, we should do like
Taking drugs for this.
charades.
I should have taken drugs
Charades
for this. This is wild.
interview.
Yeah.
Like it sounds
Y'all
like
just holding up
hard.
questions that were like written,
This is an acid trip. That's for sure.
and like I wrote like, no, like this is wild.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Do you want to try to get through one more question?
yeah. Let's see if you can hear me. You got
One
me.
more.
You got me, Cap. Okay.
Yeah, what you got, man?
What I was asking, because
Yeah.
we do want to promote this new project, but what I was gonna ask is as far as your visuals, bro, you're like a director. You got a lot of things on your mind. You can tell when you do the visuals, man. What do you attribute that to?
A lot of mushrooms and acid.
I mean, sure. Like, honestly, I just myself and the handful of people that like I seek out to work with have really, really special brains. Like the main artist that I work with, Teflon Sean, who does all like the creative direction behind everything that I do. I can tell him, hey, I'm thinking this, and he'll be like, sketch it for me. I can't draw for shit, but he'll need to see that in order to create it. And like, the way him and I work together, it's just like, I can speak to him. He knows exactly what I want it to be. And then he does his twist on it and it's perfect. You know what I mean? Like every single time. And like down to that Bury Me logo, it's ironic you said that. Right here. I'll give you one of these next time I see you. But yeah, I think it's just like we share a brain, and like we like a lot of the same stuff. And I feel like when you have a similar aesthetic and things to work, you communicate properly and people see your vision. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I had a Tiger King interview who stole the dude's shit. He wore like a fucking weird something. So I'm gonna take this off before I become a NASCAR driver. But that's the best choppy answer I can give you guys. Zoom.
Fucking Zoom.
Y'all want to try to do this again when we both have like a
yeah, Zoom.
Y'all want to try to do it again like next week or something? Maybe?
Zoom's fucking with us right now. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna get at you, Cap. And
one last thing, if y'all can hear me. It just came out right now at midnight. I just dropped a song called Pictures with Burns from Mayday Music. Check that out. That just came out. It's a really dope song. It's a little lighter, a lot more on like the Lonely Hearts. End up on Lonely Heart Part 2. So yeah, if I'm not too choppy, I love y'all. B-side, both y'all are incredible. Everybody who's probably behind the cameras as well. I hope everyone's staying safe and taking care of themselves. And let's try to get a little more clear communication going on soon.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go watch some NASCAR.
Hey, we're gonna fix this shit, but thank you, Cap, and we're gonna put something up on the site tomorrow to let people know what's going on, and then we'll recap all this, man. Thank you, brother. We're gonna tune out, and hopefully we can fix this shit.
Nothing but love for you guys. Anything you ever need from me.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, Cap.
Yeah. B-side show. We're gonna play another video
Peace,
from
thank
Kap
you.
Kallous right here. B-side.
B-side.
Danny Rabbit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, Danny. You can hear me good, right?